Are you looking for the 5 best laptops under £500 2023, tested and reviewed? In this video, we will look at some of the 5 best laptops under £500 for 2023, tested and reviewed on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Dell XPS 13. Designer laptops are used in various ways and for multiple types of design. One of my friends persuaded me to go with him to buy a computer for motion graphics and animation. As I have been involved in editing and processing since I joined the photography industry, people around me appreciate my knowledge about the features of creative laptops. After giving it much thought, I urged my friend to buy Dell XPS 13, one of the best laptop designers. I have used Dell for some time, and it has a good rating on the internet. Moreover, the specifications seemed too adequate to me that it was one of my top choices for my friend. Technical specifications: hard disk, SSD, SSHD. 512GB SSD gives me sufficient storage for saving and transferring data when needed. Solid state works fast on rendering data from the CPU without any heat-ups. I thought the laptop would be unable to overcome data flow and would soon run hot, but I never felt warm while working. ROM. 16GB RAM with 4267 MHz speed does not shutter when I open 20+ tabs on Chrome. I tested the laptop by playing 4K streaming on 3 to 4 tabs, but I never found any lag. Display, battery, Wi-Fi, ports. The display comes with a touch screen, and the feature I like for content creation is an Infinity Edge display with an incredible 600 nits of brightness and 100% on the sRGB gamma. It also has 90% of DCI-P3, making the show accurate and dynamic for designers. The battery life is substantial for my daily work, approximately 8 hours. Networking is with Wi-Fi 6. The ports include only 2 Thunderbolt USB-C ports. I want more ports as it would be easy to make it a workstation. But still, it's enough for a solo portable device. Graphic chip, processor. Although the graphics can have done better, the 11th Gen i7 processor and 16GB of RAM work admirably while rendering 4K videos and undertaking Lightroom for professional tasks. The laptop's performance while testing was reasonable for handling daily content creation work. The Handbrake test took 18 minutes to render 4K video to 1080p and just 30 seconds to import 55 raw images in Lightroom in my testing. Conclusion: Dell XPS 13 is among the best laptops for designers because of its portability and performance. It is not as snappy as a device might have been, but it still does all the work in the long term, including intense 4K video rendering and motion graphics. Number 2. Microsoft Surface Laptop Studio. I desired to promote my best work for quite some time but was clueless about the process. After spending nights learning the various ways, I started my Instagram page as my images had a mesmerizing glimmer, so I soon became popular. I wanted to go a step ahead and design my photography website. I wanted to do it myself as I was well aware of the procedure. I worked on my Microsoft Surface Laptop Studio, which is one of the best laptops for designers from my perspective. It allowed me to use Pixpa to design my portfolio appropriately, and my website became a brilliant presentation of my work. Technical specifications: hard disk, SSD, SSHD. I keep installing and operating various apps and tools for my portfolio updates. Website designing is not an easy task. It needs plenty of storage and a maximum transfer rate to accomplish the work, and I did get all I needed with 1TB SSD on my Microsoft. ROM. The 32GB RAM helped me a lot through my designing process by supplying sufficient memory speed for multitasking. I never got stuck on a tab or tool while opening or transiting. Display, battery, Wi-Fi, ports. The 14.4-inch display, 100% sRGB gamma, and 87% of the DCI-P3 gamma give life to my creation, and I feel the designs to be the most realistic. The battery life is long enough to make it through the daily working load without draining before 18 hours. Connectivity is with Wi-Fi 802, 11AX. Graphic chips, processor. Thanks to ray tracing with AI features and the 11th Gen Intel Core processor, an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050 Ti GPU, I can make my product design, animation, and editing blazing. No matter how much working load I throw, this machine never breaks a sweat. Number 3. ASUS ZenBook Duo 14 UX 482. My brother started working as a designer a few months back. He has specialties in creating cover photos for books and logos for websites. As his laptop was not working, he needed my device to edit his work. As an amateur designer, he needed my assistance to better understand visual tricks and composition. We created the first logo of his career using my ASUS ZenBook Duo 14 UX 482. which turned out to be one of the best laptops for designers. Formerly, I was using it for my photo station, and I never discovered the other uses of my device, but this coincidence led my brother to get his own ASUS for future use. Technical specifications: hard disk, SSD, SSHD, 1TB SSD. Make sure to deliver the fastest booting and app loading foot. I work smoothly on my laptop, and so does my brother. The adequate storage gives enough space to save and operate bulk data. RAM. The 16GB RAM allows me to open more than a dozen Chrome tabs without any slowdown, and I can swiftly transfer from one account to the other. Also, I often use Google Docs, stream videos simultaneously, and never notice any stuttering. Display, battery, Wi-Fi, ports, the Pantone validation color accuracy, and 300 nits of brightness give a vivid experience on the Nano Edge display. The first logo my brother and I created looked divine on the screen. Its battery life is another remarkable feature that offers 17 hours of productivity. Connectivity is with Wi-Fi 6. The ports include a USB 3.0 port, an HDMI port, and two Thunderbolt 4 divided by USB-C ports, which make it a workstation. Graphic chip, processor. The Core i7-1195G7 CPU and GeForce MX 450 are powerful beasts for productivity tasks. The device takes its stride to bring me the best professional development for my projects. This device will never crack, whether it is 3D graphics, multi-layer editing, or complex 3D modeling. Conclusion: ASUS ZenBook Duo 14 UX 482 is one of the best laptops for designers, as some of its ultra-edge specs give it an edge over other devices. Besides a powerful processor, fast memory, and gorgeous display, it also offers Screen Expert 2 software and an ErgoFit keyboard that boosts its productive outcomes by allowing fluid typing. Number 4. Acer Swift 3SF 314. My best friend is a graphic designer who earns through freelancing. I was much impressed by her skills, so I also decided to learn about the basics of graphic designing. Though I am more skilled in photo editing, I was tired of wandering around the country to take pictures for my blogs, so I decided to give graphic designing a chance for part-time earning. I started researching an affordable laptop for designers. After consulting with my friend and exploring the options on the internet, I decided to buy the Acer Swift 3SF 314. One of the best laptops for designers, especially amateur ones. Technical specifications: hard disk, SSD, SSHD. The 512GB SSD is NVMe based, but an upgradation would be better for faster system loading. The SSD of my configuration has 1167 Mbps read and 2180 Mbps write speed. Much less, but as I only do light designing, it manages to work through that. ROM. 16GB of RAM doesn't hinder tabs while I do heavy web browsing, edit photos, and explore designing websites. The RAM ensures that it gives me what I need for multitasking. Display, battery, Wi-Fi, ports. The 14 inches Full HD display has 81% DCI-P3 gamut, 100% sRGB, and 325 nits of brightness. Overall, the display works fine in a well-lit room, but when I work in sunlight, the display's anti-glare doesn't seem effusive. The battery life has 13 hours of longevity. Connectivity is with Wi-Fi 6. The port selection gives me more space to attach peripherals and convert Acer in the workstation. I also get this model's HDMI out port and two USB Type-A ports. Graphic chip, processor. The 11th Gen Intel 8-core processor scored 5186 on PC Mark 10 and 5408 on Cinebench R23 multi-core when I tested, making it one of the respectable devices for routine work. The device is suitable for casual designers, but a more professional one needs a more robust machine. Conclusion: Acer Swift 3SF 314 is one of the best laptops for designers who don't want to spend too much money on simple graphic designing. However, this device gives compact features for photo editing and routine tasks. Number 5. Acer Aspire 5A 515. Typography is a unique graphic design. It involves arranging words in specific fonts and sequences to deliver a message. I often do it as a pleasure pursuit. Organizing words in a communicable outlook and providing thoughts is captivating. I mainly use typography on the pictures I upload on my Instagram page. People love my skills of adding fonts and filters appropriately according to the background. It helps in understanding the message behind the typography. I have done kinetic and hand-drawn typography on my images, and I do most of it on my Acer Aspire 5A 515. One of the best laptops for designers. Technical specifications: hard disk, SSD, SSHD. The 512GB SSD helps save and transfer data. However, as I need a bit more storage, I often use external drives, appreciating the abundance of ports that permit me to attach the drive. RAM. RAM works fine for me. 16GB is good enough for toggling the tab on the Chrome browser, using online designing platforms for typography designs, and video calling my mom simultaneously. Display, battery, Wi-Fi, ports. The only problem I face while using the laptop is that it is no delight for my eyes. It does not have a striking color contrast or brightness. On the other hand, its battery life matters more as it provides 11 hours of productivity. Networking is with Wi-Fi 802.11ax. Acer doesn't withhold on ports. I can freely connect external drives and transfer data with 4 USB ports and 1 HDMI port. Graphic chip, processor. The i5 processor scored 5010 on PC Mark 10, giving it an edge as a suitable productive device over all its rivals. It also provides good results on the 3D Mark, with 1305 pushing down the competitors, but the score is not that good for it to be called an exponentially graphic solid performer. Conclusion: Acer Aspire is among the best laptops for designers, specifically those who do typography and lighter versions of graphic designing. But truth be told, the SSD storage of more than 512GB would be more pleasant in the successful completion of designing. One of the best features of Acer is its Swift keyboard that supplements typographic skills.